Everyone, it's your Medigo here back again with another review, and this one's a very exciting one because I'm doing the review for Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which stars Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage, Pedro Pascal, William O'Shine, Ike Baron Holtz, if I'm saying that correctly, Tiffany Haddish, Neil Patrick Harris, and many, many more. And this one, Nicolas Cage has had an unfulfilled and facing a financial ruin. Actor Nicolas Cage accepts a $1 million offer to attend a wealthy fan's birthday party, which is Pedro Pascal's character Javi. Things take an unexpected turn when a CIA operative recruits Cage. The CIA operatives is being Tiffany Haddish, Vivian, and Ike Barinholtz, Martin, for an unusual mission. Taking on the role of a lifetime, he soon finds himself challenging his most iconic and beloved characters to save himself and his loved ones. When I first heard that they were going to make a Nicolas Cage movie about Nicolas Cage, I was really pumped up, and Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent was really one of the films I was really, really looking forward to. The movie was supposed to come out in 2021, but sadly due to COVID, it got delayed to 2022. But the movie's here, and from the trailers have been really just amazing, and I loved every single one of these trailers. The trailers for the movie, and honestly, I from just watching these trailers alone, I was just way too excited to see this movie, and a movie about Nicolas Cage playing himself in this movie it's really awesome, and he just accepts a super fan, and there's gonna be like a lot of crazy shit. I was like, sign me up. And now the movie's here, and I should proudly say Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is a masterpiece. It is peak cinema right here, boys. This movie from start to finish was an absolute blast, and a film I would definitely watch again. I would definitely watch again with no hesitation. If I saw this movie at the airport, if I saw this movie on the airplane, I would immediately pop this on, knowing that this movie is fantastic and it is peak cinema, because that's exactly what this movie is. From start to finish, Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is amazing. So let me get right into this movie. What I love most about this movie is that he's kind of in like shall I say, midlife crisis Nicolas Cage, because in the movie he's trying to find roles, and yet he's also in this like financial ruin, and he doesn't really know what to do in his life. And then he gets this opportunity to go to this super fan, and he's kind of has this attitude that he kind of doesn't care, and he's just there just to be there. But then he soon realizes that there's more involved in this, and then some incredible shit really happens, and that's where Pedro Pascal comes in, and man, he's brilliant in this movie. He's a super fan, and he's also kind of like this bad guy, but he's in that movie. He's more than just like this bad guy. He's like kind of this loner in the movie, and you know well, sort of this learner in this movie, and he really like needs somebody in his life, so he invites him, and they have this really amazing bond. The chemistry between Pedro Pascal's Javi and Nicolas Cage in the movie is brilliant, and they work so perfectly well together, and they're amazing, and it kept in the movie. The dynamic between those guys, it kept you so interested and so involved, and in the film something really just amazing happens, which I don't really give anything away, but they explore what they do, and what happens, in movies, and their common interest in movies and films. And in the movie, it has to do in the movie, Javi actually no, well, I'll give a little bit of this detail away. Javi makes this script that for Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage really likes it, so they kind of get involved in some sort of like activity about this script, which that's all I'm really gonna say, but it really is amazing and the dynamic is incredible and I absolutely love the comedy of this movie is absolutely amazing. There were so many really amazing moments in the movie that I loved, and I love the moments where Nicolas Cage's fictionalized version of himself, though there's a CGI like young, like de-aged Nicolas Cage, a young version of himself in his imagination, which I absolutely loved, and he appears in the movie and he's amazing. I absolutely loved it, and I love that he kind of has this figure of imagination in himself that he talks to sometimes, and it just goes into the mind of Nicolas Cage, and overall, this movie just really it's a blast, and the action is a lot of fun, even though there's like not really like that much action involved. The action is pretty fun, but the comedy, uh, the story is just amazing. I just love everything about this movie, and it's such a blast from start to finish. It's really one of my personal favorite comedy films. I'd say I'm just gonna say this out loud. I think this is probably one of my favorite comedy movies I've seen in a very long time. This is really probably one of my favorite ones I've seen. And I'd say this is probably the best comedy film I've seen in a long time. I'd say this comes close to like the films I've seen from like the 2010s to 2000s. I think it comes close to those films really. I had a serious blast with this and I just loved every moment of it. So I'm gonna give The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent a 10 out of 10. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and this was a lot of fun to do. I love doing these reviews, and stick around because there's going to be many more reviews coming soon. The Northmen, bad guys, and then in 2 weeks, the most highly anticipated movie of the year, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a lot of fun to do, and it's another review. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Peace.